Oh, man.
Oh, well, you
Yeah,
should obviously
let's
do
follow
Yuri.
it up, yeah. Although Monica's an option now.
Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. Maybe, like, Monica's a wild card.
Yeah, maybe.
I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Yeah, maybe we're not going to read the poem then. Exceptional.
What is that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
And then her face disappears.
Oh,
she did it! Wow! He's going to hate me. I said he's going to hate me!
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. She said exceptional. Like, what? What am I getting so nervous for?
That's why I don't like dating sims. Yuri takes a breath.
I'm totally into this. What are you talking about? So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. I just picked random words from the dictionary.
Yeah, literally. You picked words. Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay, this sucks. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri, you're not supposed to do that as an author. You're taking away my onus as a reader.
Agency, yeah.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her.
In the literature club.
Which itself is kind of funny. After all,
yeah.
Isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Oh, no kidding? We actually get something?
Yeah, you can read it.
That's hard to read. Because
Ghost under the light.
Yeah, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. Or once? One?
One.
The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last...
Yet.
Oh, I was like, yet? The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calmly, or just calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Hey!
There you go. Click outside the poem.
Please tell me that our own poem is just like along those lines.
I once knew a man from Nantucket. Boy, are his stories overrated. Exaggerated.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, I know. Actually, that was really good.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. This is actually kind of funny. My dad was like really well known in his Catholic school for his handwriting. It was like really good handwriting. But the thing is, it's so nice I can't read it.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
But it took you a long time to read.
Aha. Well, I don't just I just don't read script very often. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem.
Also, I like the poem.
Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It's short? Like, how long is ours?
Poems are short.
Yeah. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh? Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Of course she is.
Hoo-hoo. Hano. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lotus.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Perhaps. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, I guess. So...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lotus.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm gonna do the best for me too. Oh, we're actually going through the list.
Wow.
Alright. Got any preference?
Yeah, let's do Monica.
Alright.
It means I'll just be reading this all by myself.
That's true.
Hi, Lotus. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it.
This is really weird.
By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off in just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. And you probably should be doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lotus. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Stop clicking before I'm done.
No.
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lotus. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it.
Ooh.
It's really metaphorical. I'm really not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
Great.
That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
The funny thing is, it's true, but that's not really the way you should be doing things.
Yeah. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing,
interesting.
right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
The game knows. This is like Hideo Kojima level of game design.
Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness.
What was that line in Futurama? Like that complaining about really basic writing?
Yeah.
Like, that makes me angry.
It's double plus ungood, like in 1984. It's like it was a Newspeak. Where they take away like descriptive English words, and to remove nuance. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze it, all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. It's actually good advice.
Yeah.
Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. And also good advice.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing Natsuki just like, be like, what is this crap?
But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
It gets me every time.
Anyway, you have to read my poem now.
Just like this reflexive just never ends.
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then.
Alright, here we go. I can read this much more easily. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't lacking in. I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. These are interesting.
Yeah. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's the kind of style has gotten pretty popular these days. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Interesting.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
As evidenced just now.
What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I was watching Double Dare on
What?
old Nickelodeon. And,
All right.
Park Summers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Well, I guess you could say I had a kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany what?
Yeah. You know, Epiphany Forest.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh no, Epiphany Field, actually. It's from Oxenfree.
Oh, I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
With capital letters, I like that.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That's actually good advice.
Yeah.
That's
the Stephen King philosophy. I think he said like 6 pages every day.
Yeah. Well, that's called On Writing. His book is called On Writing, and he also has that Dance
But he also mentioned
book.
that in an interview. But
Yeah. But I actually was having problems with that when I first started editing, like the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
So it's actually good advice. Another way to think about it. About this is if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Yeah.
So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
All right.
Okay.
We'll finish these two and then we'll close it out. So who do you want?
Whoever.
All right, I'm gonna save Natsuki for last because I'm waiting for her to be like, "What is?" Because it's gonna be hilarious. Ah, good first line. Finally, I get to say something. This is a good poem, Lotus. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time.
What do I look like?
Am I the guy?
What do I look like? Some kind of poet? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Or that you would wouldn't write one at all.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you wrote one, or just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
I know that that's a joke, but like the poem really does kind of clinch it, though.
Yeah. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
You seem into it. Like, this keeps happening. He keeps getting involved, and then whenever someone addresses the fact that he's in the club, he's like, well, I don't know. It's like, dude, come on. See? It's like I said before, Lotus. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture in my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! I haven't mentioned it before, but I love when they do the little tilde thing at the end to indicate happiness. Like, whoo! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We need that on soundboard. Just us
dude.
going.
Yeah. Just more exaggeration. By the end of the game, like.
Keep their change, you filthy animal. We'll see about that.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes? Alright. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me to wish away a rainy day?
License, Lotus.
Alright. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it weren't for you, I could sleep forever.
Artistic license.
Shut up! It's my game, I do what I want. It's not even my game. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That is very Sayori, though. She has an actual A-B rhyme scheme with, like, hello, sunshine, I'm happy to see you. Like, they weren't kidding. She's very direct about it.
Yeah. And there's no real symbolism.
Yeah, there isn't nuance. It's like, I'm happy the sun's here. There you go.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Yeah, it was in the middle class.
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it?
The way I would put it would be pleasant.
Quite nice. It sounds like just like you.
In the key of S. Really?
In the 14 forbidden poems. Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best. I can't keep escalating that though. It's just not gonna. It's gonna blow out the microphone. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
All right, and finally, Natsuki. Lotus, you're not going to take... Oh, Lotus, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
Harsh? What is this, like the Wayne's World?
Gorge.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort.
Oh, this is after she read it?
Yeah.
I know they said Natsuki was biased, but like, damn.
Jesus. We all start somewhere, right? if you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Touche. Now I'm curious, if we really did please Natsuki, I wonder if she'd be going like really trying to dodge the praise, like, well, it's not terrible.
Yeah, no, probably.
Oh!
Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Jesus Christ. You know, it'd be easier if I told you what you did right.
Fair enough.
Finally, someone who out-jerks us. Like, this is ridiculous.
Can't out-jerk a jerk.
Like, Sayori was impressed, Yuri was enthralled, Monica was enthralled. Like, Natsuki, I think
this is completely opposite of her type of poem, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah. They did say that she's not objective.
Yeah. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. I am excited. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. I hope it's just like crayons. Eagles can fly.
This is in a different type of script, too.
It is. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. There's actually a clever twist at the end, though.
It's very basic,
It's not my kind of poem at all, but
it's
like,
very basic.
She did something with it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
What are you gonna do now? Say you don't like it?
Just be honest. Well, yes, like her just now.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, my masterpiece. Seeing everyone around you do great
things. My
things.
magnum opus.
Yeah, my pièce de résistance. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I do love me some wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It actually does.
Yeah. So you did. I guess it more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with her last comment.
Ooh.
I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Okay.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. How was that stressful?
Well, you're showing your phone to everybody.
Yeah, that's true. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. They are. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Lesai. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
Man, that'll be interesting.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
My sweet summer child. What's with this language? Eh? Oh yeah, this is just me scene. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Lotus did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Damn, you're throwing some shade. And Lotus liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki, hey, that's my line. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Lotus appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lotus started showing up.
What?
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
No, that's a lot! Shoots her. Go ahead. It's both of us. Go ahead anyway. This does...
No, that's both of you.
I can't do two damn voices at once. Help me out
This
here.
doesn't involve you.
Good enough. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Lotus? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, Lotus. That. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Damn, these are both really good! Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lotus? Oof. This...
well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place?
This is not good.
It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever...
Oh, now they use whomever.
But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Help me, Sayori! The cheating answer.
I mean, we're obviously trying to woo Yuri at this point. So
Natsuki makes a very good point, but to be perfectly honest, we're doing the Yuri thing anyway, but also... I do happen to like throwing the $5 words around if they actually serve a specific purpose. Like, sure. I probably would write simpler because I want to just spit something out, but like, complex words do exist for a reason.
It's all about...
It's context sensitive.
Yeah, it's all about what's appropriate.
Like, they are both correct.
Yeah.
Like, Yuri wasn't trying to write Natsuki's poem, and Natsuki wasn't trying to write Yuri's poem. Like, what do you want? They each had their own goals, and they delivered.
Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Squash! Oh, no, that's however. No.
That's not an excuse for you to be so mean.
Oh, that's rough, because both of them were kind of really throwing barbs.
You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
And this is also true, but he should be directing it at both of them. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri.
You're completely right.
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing.
Oh, is he actually going to play both ways? Thank you.
No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal.
Yeah. This is like, even though we haven't gotten to the stuff the game warned us about, this is like... I'm legitimately enjoying this installment for, like, the writing alone.
That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh, I get such an anime thing.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
You're demoted.
You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side.
Well, nobody really took anyone's side, though. Even though we clicked Yuri, it did kind of play it both ways.
She's trapped, but at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori,
she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Oof.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out.
Without any warning, she said she was going to leave, and then she left. I'm going to leave, and without warning, she left.
She totally projected
She
that.
literally told us... Okay.
On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Sucks. Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk.
Yeah, this is, unfortunate.
I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Man, Natsuki, am I right?
Ugh.
Well, no, it says, sigh.
Did she say sigh, or did she sigh?
Clearly, she said sigh.
Sigh, Everything right? All right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that?
How could anyone not have gotten?
Yeah. You handled that as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Lotus. You're too kind. No problem. I'm thankful to have you apart. I guess it does make sense, but it's weird. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
What thing did Natsuki say?
Jeez, put her on the spot, why don't you? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Why? Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
I'm trying to find a good part where the scene ends.
Well, the day's almost
Okay,
done.
here we go.
It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems?
Awkward. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. Oh, hi.
She's back.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Lotus, how about you?
Are we... No?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Really?
The same poems. No, actually, I'm kind of interested in this, because not that we're ever going to see our poems, but maybe other people's poems will evolve. I'm actually curious.
Yeah. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Red roses, too.
I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress.
You got it.
I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Ooh, we're playing Undertale now.
How do I nod to myself?
Lotus! Well, you know that, well, I can't show it on camera, but yeah, you just did it anyway. Uh-huh. Yeah, Lotus! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Holy crap. No snide remark this time? Alright.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Sayori beams at me. Blames me.
Aw.
It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Okay.
Sayori.
So there's a wrap up here.
What about what happened earlier?
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Whew. You know, Lotus, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. The true reward is the friends you meet along the way. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Okay. Every day is going to be so much fun. If it's half as good as this one...
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here?
I mean, it doesn't have to, but...
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
Oh, not on the head? I guess it's only for little sisters.
I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
What?
She's a plot device.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yay!
Oh no, maybe that was her.
That's a sign. Oh.
Okay.
Oh crap! I guess I'll have to.
Well, no, we could save here.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
All
we
right.
can save
Let's
anywhere.
do it. All right. So it's the same words though, just in a different.
Yep.
Well, all right, but we get the idea if we really wanted to know who to impress. Yeah. All right, we got some legitimately good writing lessons and some rather inspirational poems.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the game warned us in the beginning for if we have anxiety.
this could be like a run-the-mill, like, you know, slice of life, dating sim kind of thing.
I mean, you know it's going to go somewhere different, but, like, actually the build-up is kind of making it better.
Yeah, I mean, the writing got better after the romantic stuff. The romantic stuff was...
Yeah, the actual discussion about
flowery.
writing was pretty damn good. I was impressed.
Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah, with that, it is now time to stop the installment.
Till next time, everyone.